Do you guys know each other? Can you guys introduce yourselves to people sitting next to you? Since we're going to be working together in Hong Kong together, okay? Okay. All right. Okay. Now, you guys ready? Ready to get started? Doesn't sound ready. You guys ready to get started? All right. Now, this leadership training it's only 1 hour. We're gonna finish at noon, so we don't have a lot of time, but we do have a lot of information to share with you that I really hope that all of you would make it yours as we go through some of the leadership training information. So I do want to encourage you guys to take notes if you have pen and paper or maybe even on your phone, because sometimes this happens. You hear a good idea, you go home, and you know you heard a good idea, but you can't recall, right? You know, and so I think my mentor always said that don't trust your memory. And we would highly recommend that you guys take some great notes throughout the leadership training. Many of you, I know we have met at events that we used to do at the Eaton Hotel for several months, before we launched our office. And now, obviously, we'll be getting together more in the office in Hong Kong, which we're really excited about. It's really exciting to have a place. It's really exciting to have a place where we could now physically actually have a base, have a place where you can invite people. This is your home, this is your office, and you can start building your business here instead of depending on once a month hotel event or maybe doing everything privately on your own. So this is going to be very exciting, and I want to really encourage every single one of you to realize that being here day one and being here from the very beginning, you have a huge advantage, compared to everybody else that's going to get involved in the future. In Hong Kong, 2 years from now, we'll probably say tens of thousands of people are going to be active, marketing Rimon products in Hong Kong in next 1 year, 2 years, in a short amount of time. But nobody else could say that I was there in the beginning and I was there, the day that we opened up the office. Nobody else is going to be able to say that, I was one of the ones that set up Hong Kong, and I was one of the very first national directors and senior directors and team leaders. So it's very special, and I will tell you, even in the United States, number one income earner, number one leader in the United States is National Director Mr. Tim Her and Mr. Chris Kim in the United States. But we have an office in Irvine, California. You know why? When you go to, why they're number one? Because when you go to Irvine, California office, they own the office. 70-80% of meetings and activities and K-pop-ups and people coming by the office is from their team. And that's why they're the number one earner in the United States, because they own it. When you go to Taipei, locally Taipei, we have a beautiful office in Taiwan, Taipei. And in Taipei office, when you go, a senior director you met yesterday, Rayson, she lives in Taipei, and she has 70% of the people that are in Taipei office doing K-pop-ups, demonstrations, presentations. It's all Rayson's team all the time, all day, people coming in and out. And that's why in Taipei City, Ford, of course, Mr. Jack and they live there, and they're the top earner, but they have global business. Just looking at the Taipei business, Raisin's our number one earner in Taipei because she's utilizing the office better than anyone. I said it yet 2 days ago during opening. As we open up offices, many people visit and many people participate, but few people treat it like it's my house, it's my office, and few people own it. And I want to encourage you, as we start Rimon Hong Kong office operation, we want you to own it. You can be a manager right now. You could be a planner right now. You could be a senior manager. You could be a team leader right now. It's not it's not who's on the paper of who owns the office. It's you mentally saying, this is my office. I own this place, and this is my business, and this location is gonna build my business, and this location is gonna change my life for better. By you making that decision, you're gonna be able to truly benefit from this. So I wanna encourage you guys to not be a visitor. I want to encourage you guys to be the owner of this office that you don't have to pay for. Isn't that awesome to own something that you don't pay for? How many of you guys think that's pretty awesome, right? Like I want to own every office that we don't pay for, right? So let Remon take care of it. Let Mr. Kit Chen take care of it, but let you be the owner to benefit from it, all right? So now let's talk about in new opportunity, in new market, in a big company like this, when enters a new opportunity, new market, really, that's where the biggest opportunity comes from. And that's where we are right now with Remont in Hong Kong. I believe that last 10 months has been preparation. Now with the office opening, the real business in Remont, Hong Kong begins now. So now, I want to tell you before we dive into the components of the training, that there are 3 types of people in the world, okay? First type are people that are, give you an example before I categorize them, okay? If somebody wakes up in the morning, they walk into the kitchen, they open up the refrigerator, they grab a gallon of milk, they pour it in the cup, they drink it, and they realize it's gone bad, it's sour, like it's old. So they spit it out. You Jeju onion? So they spit out the milk because milk is gone, it expired, right? Old milk. That happens to people. You guys all experienced it before. Making a mistake, we all do. But if tomorrow morning I wake up, go back to the refrigerator and open up the same refrigerator, grab the same milk, pour it in the cup, and I drink it again and spit it out again, and day 3 I do it again, and if I repeat that every day for 5 days, if you saw me, you would say, Danny must be stupid, right? So the first category of person is someone that makes a mistake and continue to make the same mistake over and over and over and over. We call that stupid. Second category of people are how most people are. They're smart. We all make mistakes all the time. But after we make a mistake, what do? Next time you see that milk, I'm like, hey, that's bad milk. I don't want to drink it. We learn from our mistakes and we don't make the same mistake. That's how most people are. Would you guys agree with that? So most people are smart. And in our business, we're all going to make mistakes in every area of the business. And it's okay, it's normal. But what we want to do is make sure we're thinking so we don't keep making the same mistake and keep wasting time. And we want to be smart. But the third category is where we all should be and where we should try to be. And that's called being wise. Wise people, if I go downstairs and I grab the milk and I pour it and I spit it out because it's bad, my son comes down and my son looks at me and he's laughing, oh, Dad had a bad milk. He doesn't even have to drink it. He knows it's bad. He doesn't even try it because he knows it's bad. That's learning from other people's mistake. Now those are wise people. If you could learn from other people's mistake, you don't have to, you could actually avoid a lot of mistakes and you could avoid a lot of waste of time. Does that make sense to you? So wise people are the ones who has the greatest success the fastest because you could actually learn from other people's mistake. That's the purpose of training. Does that make sense? The trainings and hearing from leaders like Whiskey, leaders like Debbie, leaders like Angela, leaders like Sonia, leaders like David, leaders like Sharon, leaders like Danny, leaders like Elaine, and leaders that are already doing well in the business. The beauty of going to training, hearing their story, and hearing their message is how you speed up your success. Instead of taking a year, you could do it in 3 months. Instead of taking 2 years, you could do it in 6 months because you're avoiding mistakes and learning from other people's experiences. And that's why we want to encourage you as we start a lot of training programs. Now, we're not going to do 3 events, 4 events a day like we did last couple of days, only because we're launching. We did different components of the meetings in a short amount of time. But going forward, you will see a calendar with one presentation, one orientation, spread out throughout the week, so you could take advantage of it without it being occupying your whole day. So we want to encourage you to utilize the training and really speed up your success as you start your journey with us in Remon, Hong Kong, okay? Now, let's kind of recap the Remon opportunity. And let's recap the Remon opportunity, why opportunity is so big. Number one, is skincare industry becoming the K-beauty, the movement that's in the skincare industry. Let's just think about this for a second. 20 years ago, people were just using, a lot of people are using Western skincare products. Would you agree with that? Last few years, between online, between a lot of stores, I don't know what's popular here, but like in Korea, it's Olive Young. Like in America, it's Sephora. You guys have Sephora here?
Yes.
Oh, okay, like Sephora type, where now people, before you go to one brand, you saw one skincare, but now you have Sephora, you have online, Amazon, and different places where you have hundreds, if not thousands of different options. And many of the American or Western skincare brands, especially that were related to direct sales, they were expensive. One cream was $100, $150, $200, $300. Some of the creams are like $400, $500. And people now see so many options for $50, $80, and they're like, do I really have to spend $300 when there's a good option similar for $80? And so many people are now exposed to more information. And with the being clean and pure and better technology and the result that people are seeing from Korean skincare is the fastest growing segment in the skincare industry. We're launching Philippines next, and in Philippines, I was there last month. Last year, 2024, $1.3 billion revenue for skincare in Philippines. 34% of that is Korean skincare. Money spent in Korean skincare. That's over $400 million. Just in one country of Philippines, people are buying Korean skincare. And none of those Korean skincare products are as good as our product, in my opinion. So they already are buying Korean skincare. People in Hong Kong, they're already spending millions of dollars every month are being spent in Korean skincare. But they're using Korean skincare that's not as good as our Korean skincare, our skincare of ICG Skincare, if they just knew that they could get the number one product at a same, probably even better price than what they're paying for. There's no reason for them not to try it. And that's why every market we enter in properly, it brings huge opportunity. The business model is very bit different. Sometimes you have a strong retail commission, retail commission opportunity, but there's no opportunity to build teams. There's sometimes you have companies where you can make money by building teams, but you don't make money by being a great retail selling the product. We have an opportunity where you can make a lot of money in retail. You can make 30, 40, 50% of the BP just by selling the products, if that's what you want. If you want to build a team, there's a lot of opportunity to make great money there. But if you also find leaders and develop leaders, you could also make great income just by finding and developing leaders. So our business model is why we have such a unique and powerful opportunity that's here. The third thing is the expansion, and I think this one is more relevant to Hong Kong than any other market. Because you're in Hong Kong, and because you're in free trade zone, and because we allow anybody from anywhere to actually register in Hong Kong and make money in Hong Kong and just pay local taxes before they take their money in Hong Kong in a way that other countries don't allow. In America, as a Hong Kong resident, you cannot make money in America. You have to have legal status in America to make money, but anybody could register in Hong Kong and make money in Hong Kong as long as you pay local tax before you take money out of Hong Kong. So because of it, anytime company says we're launching this country, we're launching this new country, they have an opportunity to register here. They can't in America, they can't in Korea, they can't in Malaysia, but they could in Hong Kong. So even though you're from here, this is your home, you have the best opportunity in Remon to be able to actually prepare for global expansion into our future countries in a way that it is not possible for other countries to participate. That's why you saw so many people from Malaysia and Singapore visit Hong Kong. And they participated in Hong Kong. They registered in Hong Kong. They got to buy products, try our opportunity in Hong Kong before we opened up Malaysia and Singapore, which allowed them to prepare, and now they're having great success in their Malaysia and Singapore marketplace, and that's a great example of what's to come in the future in other markets. So yes, Hong Kong opportunity is big, but your opportunity to be prepared for future expansions of Remon is the greatest in Hong Kong. Now, last piece is, that I don't even know if I'm allowed to talk about it because it's not final. Company, I will tell you this, but you guys gotta promise me you're gonna keep it a secret. Can you guys keep a secret? You guys good at keeping secret, or you guys not good at keeping a secret? If you know that you are just like, no, don't tell me a secret. I screw up every time, okay? If that's you, like, close your ears, okay? If you don't trust yourself, close your ears. Company right now is talking about preparing our very first Asia convention that will include multiple countries. So we've done North America convention that was for US and Canada, but we've done Taiwan convention that was only for Taiwan, but we have never done a convention where multiple countries came together. And we are in the preparation of that, planning for that. And guess where we're planning to do that convention in? We're trying to do it in Macau. Which is you drive there, you don't have to fly there, you could drive there, it's in your backyard, and everybody, from Malaysia to Singapore to Taiwan to Philippines, and maybe even Japan, like other future markets in Asia, they will come to your home market to participate at a convention as such, which gives you a huge advantage. You should build strong local team. But also, you could start building teams in those markets and invite them here to come visit Macau as well as Hong Kong office and really start building your international business here. So it's going to be super exciting. Probably next month, June, there are going to be some announcements about that. Once everything is finalized, it's going to be later part of this year. It's not happening next couple months, later part of this year, but it's going to be awesome. It's going to be great, okay? Now, so opportunity in Remon is huge. Between K-Beauty, between the business model, between the expansion, it is really a big opportunity, bigger than anything I've ever seen, and I'm sure many of you feel the same way. So in Remon, how do you make sure that as a leader, you could truly maximize everything that's happening at Remon? As big as the opportunity is, you want to make sure that you're building your business based on system, not just on you. I tell people all the time, if you are the one just driving the business, you could build it to a small scale. Wherever you are, as much effort you're putting in, you could get results up matching what you do personally because it's built on you. But if you could learn, you're not used to it, but if you could learn to build your business based on system, what happens is when you're not there, it is still producing results. In the places that you don't live, you're not physically at, it still produces results. So here's the way I look at it. If you build your business based on you, you could always have little success based on what you do. But if you could work harder in building your business based on system is unlimited, and system could be in multiple places at the same time. So your business could actually scale, and you could actually have income and success that's bigger than you that you get to enjoy if you build it based on system. Does that make sense? It's easier for you to do it, but it's harder in the beginning until you're used